TeacherBelle and welcome to another tips review and tutorial. If you are new to my channel, please show some love and do subscribe so that you'll be updated with my videos about tech tutorials, app reviews, teaching tips, and reading readiness. Welcome back to our vlog. So for today's video, we are going to discuss the most common questions asked by many of my teacher friends and mommy friends, which is when do you start teaching reading, or how do I start it? So for that question, we have answered that already in our very first reading vlog. Please check that out and please do like it if you find it helpful and share it to your friends. And another question or persistent question from mommies is, when do I start teaching writing? And is it necessary to teach the tripod grip or the tripod grasp? Now, for the first question, it's easy to determine when to start teaching reading. So as soon as your child is able to say a sound and copy the sound, then you can already start teaching reading. So as early as 1.9 to 2 years old, you can start reading. Again, you can use my booklet if you want to download it to use it for your reading classes at home. Now, the next one, when do you start teaching writing? For writing, it's quite complicated. You cannot start right away. So the recommended age to teach writing is 3 years old. Why 3 years old? Why not 2? It's because before age 3, that is the time that you're supposed to be teaching the fine motor grip, the fine motor skills, and soon the gross motor skills. So what are these fine motor skills? These are the activities that strengthen your grip. So without these activities and you start with writing right away, then the child might find it really hard to write the letter strokes. So what are some examples of fine motor skills that you can practice with your child at home? Some of the activities might be painting or writing letters or numbers using sponges cut into pieces. You can also doodle, just any form of doodling strengthens the fine motor skills. You can bring out your nuts and bolts, try to tighten and loosen it. You can do wheelbarrow walking, coloring, of course, sorting, and any other kinds of tongue games or anything that involves grip. Okay, so that's how important fine motor skills is. It's a prerequisite before teaching or before letting your child do the tripod grip. They need to enhance their fine motor skills first in order to display strength on their grip. So what is a tripod grip? So for those of you who are not familiar with tripod grip or tripod grasp, it is a grip using 3 fingers of the hand, the thumb, the index or the point finger, and the middle finger. And again, the child usually develops the grip around age 3 or 4. Now, the next question is it necessary to teach tripod grip? Now, tripod grip is not really a requirement or it is not really a necessity. However, it is the best practice. And why do I say that? The tripod grip, which is using your thumb, your index, and your long finger, these are the 3 fingers that usually have a science explanation to that or bodily functions explanation. So when a child uses their tripod grip, it has a long-term effect or it has an advantage in the later years. It's considered to be the best practice for neat and effortless writing. So this tripod grip allows smooth movement of the muscles of the thumb, index, and long finger, especially to form curved lines and vertical lines or straight lines without too much strain from the fingers. So try doing this. Get a pencil and use the tripod grip, which is like this. Okay? Make a circle and make a vertical line. Okay? Let's say you don't do that and you rest your pencil on the ring finger, just like most of our students hold their pencil. If they don't hold it this way, they hold it this way. Okay? So if you hold it this way, if you form a circle, you put too much effort in the muscles. especially also when you do vertical lines or horizontal lines. So you're putting too much energy in your muscles, causing your hands to be tired easily. So that is the explanation why tripod grip is the best practice. So when your muscles move smoothly, then you might be writing neatly or effortlessly. There may be parents who might say, you can use any grip anyway, as long as it won't interfere with your handwriting, that's fine. But then again, going back to the science explanation of it, the child will benefit from the tripod grip in their later years. Okay, so for that reason, I am launching my new book, which you can use simultaneously with Teach Reading at Home for Beginners. You can use that when you are in the mid part of that booklet, or you can use this sight words writing practice in the mid part or at the end of the Teach Reading at Home for Beginners. Okay, so let's deep dive into the parts of this booklet. So on the first part of the book, I included there a prerequisite before teaching writing the sight words. So that prerequisite would be the mastery of the letter strokes. For the prerequisite, it is merely tracing, but then it has a number sequence so that the child or you as a parent can easily teach the proper strokes of the letter. So you practice that, you master that if they have not mastered that already before you introduce the writing of sight words. Okay, now why am I using sight words or why am I incorporating sight words to teach writing? Okay, so based from my experience, a child usually gets tired and finds it repetitive if you only practice writing with the 26 letters of the alphabet. So A, write A 5 times, B, write B 5 times. That's usually our practice. So let's put a twist to that and use sight words instead for writing. Anyway, sight words is something that they need to memorize. So this is a good combination. Okay, so this Teach Writing and Sight Words at Home booklet is for ages 3 to 6 years old. Now, if you look at the table of contents, I used set instead of week because this set of words usually is taught weekly. But I don't want to put week 1, week 2, week 3 because again, based from my experience, teachers or parents alike get frustrated when they lost track of the weeks or when they lost track of date and time. So if you lost track of your schedule, just keep on moving forward. Okay, it will not give you the unnecessary stress. You don't need that at all. So for each set, there will be 3 lessons. One is the recognition of sight words. That's just easy. I shuffle the words and put it in different orders to display mastery. Okay, now the pre-primer sight words have 40 words, so I divided it into 5 words per set, so we're gonna have 8 sets for the part 1. So again, the first lesson is recognition of sight words randomly. The second set would be tracing the sight words in blue, red, blue lines. Okay, now it's important that you do away with those blue, red, blue lines after when they already master the proper way of writing it. It's just a guide anyway to display the big letters and the small letters. Okay, so one is tracing on the blue, red, blue lines, and another one is just a plain red blue lines and they're gonna do it on their own. Okay, so we are gradually moving the child away from guides. So for that part 1, we're gonna have 8 sets, so that's kind of 8 weeks in total. Okay, but again, do not fret if you are unable to follow those weekly recommendation. Just keep on moving forward and you'll eventually master it. Okay, you know your child and you know your child's spacing. Now for part 2, these are primer sight words. Okay, the lessons are also similar with that of part 1. So again, recognition, tracing, and writing independently. So for part 2, it's also divided into set of 5 words. If you find this video helpful, please do hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for the next part of the release of our booklet. So we've released already reading and writing for ages 2 to 6. We're gonna release the next part, which is teach reading at home for intermediate learners. That's gonna be 4 to 6 years old, and the next set of the sight words, the next set of writing sight words, which is the first grade and the second grade set. Okay, so again, thank you for watching and hope you learned something from this video or from today's vlog. Thank you very much and happy teaching. Bye.